Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our live agent training. I hope everybody's having a great day so far and everybody had a great Labor Day weekend. Welcome. My name is Erin. Today we're going to be focusing on how to make your property website stand out. So we'll be covering some new features and stuff like that well, I shouldn't say new features, but some newer things that we have available to help get more property exposure as well as getting your property to stand out that much more. So we'll focus on that today. Just a couple things to let you know we have available. We will next week be focusing on community pages. We now have it to where you can upload your mailing list, and then by the end of the year, I should say, within the next couple of months, we'll have it to where you can order postcards and then we'll do the mailing for you. So we'll send them out and then you don't have to worry about it. And they'll go out to those specific mailing lists that you have uploaded in the system. So we'll be focusing on that. And then also we have new door hangers available for you to purchase. So they are bigger and they're actually UV coated. So they look absolutely beautiful now. Not that they didn't before, but they're just a better quality and they are able to be UV coated. So it's thicker material and they look amazing when they're UV coated. So we have those available for you, which can be purchased through the buy icon if you're interested in getting those going. They are property specific and you can purchase just sold, just listed, or open house, and you can include your open house dates. So we have those available for you whenever you need them. A couple things that we're going to be covering today. Again, we're going to go over how to make your property stand out and then also give you some suggestions for more property exposure and how to get your properties out there that much more. So we'll focus on that. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So with your agent account, when you log in, you'll have your property tab, which lists all of your properties. On the property tab, you'll see that you have these little row of icons here, which you should be using all of them, if not all of them. So when you click on this little percent meter here, this is going to give you a list of suggestions and things that you can do to enhance your property website. So we have it to where it kind of rack up all of the different things that you can do. So you'll see some are in green. Those are things that I've already done with this property specific website. So I've added in music, and then I've added in a spokesperson and posted to Craigslist. All of these are different suggestions and things I can do to help get more property exposure for my listing and help it stand out. The more features you have on your property website, the better. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to change up a template here. I'm going to change this one. We're going to edit this template so that way you can see the banner when I add it on. I'm going to choose layout 7 here. We'll choose charcoal. All right, perfect. So I want to change the new template so that way you're able to see the banner when I add it on. So going back into the percent meter here, we're going to go ahead and click on, we're going to add a banner. So when you click on go, it takes you directly to that specific feature. So we're going to go ahead and add a banner onto this property specific website. So you'll see here it says, note, the banners and overlays do not work on layouts that require HD images. So you'll see that these only work on layouts 2 through 7. So you need to make sure that if you're utilizing the banner feature, you have that on one of those layouts, or otherwise the banner or the overlays will not work. So I'm going to go ahead and put a banner on the left-hand side here, and I'm going to put just listed. So we'll say that this is a new listing here. Just listed. Do an exclamation point, and then I'm going to add a couple spaces. So when I add it on here, it's centered. So let's center it just a little bit more. Couple more spaces. Perfect. So now it's centered. And then also I can add on one of these little overlays here. So we can do like, we can add on a female holding keys. We can add on a luxury banner if we want to, or we can put it on the bottom. So maybe I'll do that little banner here. So that way that can populate on the property website. So now I'm going to hit save. So now that we've added on the banners, those are on my property website, which is awesome. So if we go back to our list, so I went from 37% to 42%. So the more things you do on this list, the better your property website is going to be with all of these different attractions. You don't have to do all of them. They are just suggestions. So we can add in maybe let's add in some property features. So we'll have some little bullet points on our website. So I'm going to go to features, and then we'll do 4-car garage. We'll do pool. Might help if I capitalize here. We'll do spa. What else? We can do granite. No, we'll do something a little bit shorter. We'll say central AC. So you can add in all of these different bullet points. So we can put like great schools, and then you can keep adding in features. So we'll do one more. We'll say community gym. So we'll add in all of these little features here. So we're going to save this. And then when we go to view our property website, so now we bumped up to 47%. So we went from 42% to 47%. So anytime you do any of these suggestions, it will up your percentage. And then when you go to view the property website, you'll see that it has your banner on there. It has your little bullet points. So we have all of our little bullet points here. And then we have a just listed banner. We have that little thing on here. So all of these are different suggestions that can be done to help enhance your property website. Again, you don't have to necessarily do all of these if you don't want to. They are just extra add-ons. But it's always a cool thing to have like the spokesperson and have music on there. And then, you know, it could just be one of those things where you go to this list and you're like, you know what, I completely forgot. I need to add a panoramic tour to my property website. And the great thing with the Pano tours is most phones nowadays, I know especially with iPhones because that's what I use all the time to take Panos, you can take Panos directly on your phone. So maybe there's a killer view with the home and you want to capture that and put that on the property website, you have that as an option. So just kind of keep that in mind when you're going through and creating your property website, that you do have these different suggestions. I know we have so much to offer, and sometimes we forget about features and we forget about certain things. So it's nice to have these available to kind of just give us a reminder, oh yeah, we have to add in our open house this weekend. Or oh yeah, I forgot to add in the list of all of the property features to help showcase all of the great points of this property. So it's just kind of easy to have this little percent meter, to have this available kind of, you know, in your back pocket so you remember to have all of these features. You have an option to post to realtor.com. You can do Google Analytics if you want to. And then there's also options to purchase the sign writers and the water bottle labels. Again, these are just suggestions. Don't feel like you have to do all of these. Maybe you're not interested in having the homeowners log in, so that's just one you always skip. You don't have to utilize all of these. They are just a little reminder and kind of a list of things that you can do to help enhance your property website. So now that we've gone over that, now I want to show you how to get more property exposure. So when we're viewing our property website itself, we have some social media options. So with social media, you are able to share to Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. You can save it to, or send it to your blog feed, or even email the link if you want to. So directly from the property website itself, you can share all to this social media network. Also, under your options section in your setup options, you have an option for the property Facebook app to add your listings directly onto your business page. So when you go through and you activate a property website, they'll automatically show up on your business page. That helps get more exposure for your listings, most definitely. There's also the YouTube videos that can be created for the property exposure. Now for the YouTube videos, we can create those for you automatically if you choose that as an option. So for the property YouTube videos, we're going to go ahead and click on the little camera icon here, and we'll actually do it for this listing. So we'll click on the camera icon, and then you click on video and flash, so you'll see this video and flash. And then over to the right-hand side, you'll see YouTube video generator. Now you have an option to hook it up to your own YouTube channel if you want to, or you can have it go to Agent Marketing's YouTube channel. I personally recommend having your own YouTube channel created, because then when consumers are viewing properties, they may not be interested in the specific one that they're looking at, but you can send them the YouTube channel for the rest of your listings. So it's kind of nice to have your YouTube channel all set up with all of your listings directly there. But if you don't have time, or if you'd rather just have them go to Agent Marketing, that works too. So through the YouTube channel, you'll see that there's a section to authorize. So I've already authorized this one. You can get the HTML coding to embed your video if you want to. And then also you can watch the video. Maybe the price and description has changed, so you want to update the video, or you can even delete it altogether. So you have these as options for more property exposure. This is a really good thing to have available. I love the YouTube videos because it's just one of those great features to help get more exposure. The videos are always fun because everybody likes to see a YouTube video, and they're easily able to be posted on social networking like Facebook or Twitter. And then for more property exposure, I wanted to show you, I'm sure you all are aware and know about this link, but I wanted to show you this real quick. Under the property tab here, there's a little link icon. So the link icon is where you can really go to help get more property exposure. The virtual tours are another great thing to have. You can post them on Realtor.com. You can even post them on your MLS. We do provide you with MLS compliant virtual tour links. There are 3 different links to choose from. Usually the first one will work with your MLS, but if your MLS is really particular about what URLs look like and they don't need an address, you can have all of that by having one of these 2 links here. There's also the standalone virtual tour link that you can copy and you can paste and put anywhere you want to. Also, when we scroll down, you can post to Craigslist. So there's a classified HTML. We give you an option to post to Craigslist via the property tab and then the CL poster. But if you do other type of classifieds, there is an HTML code that you can copy. You can also create blog posts maybe outside of agent marketing, or you can blog, which is property blogging. Property blogging is great for SEO, really helps with property exposure and gets more information out there. You can keyword and do all sorts of different things with the blogging. These do help with SEO, so just kind of keep that in mind if you're looking for SEO helpers. Create a blog or a plog. Blogs really help. Also, through the link icon, you can share to social networking via the link icon as well. So there are a bunch of different places and things that you can do for this property exposure just based off of that little link icon back on the property options. And then, so let's see, I'm just going through my list here and make sure I cover everything. For more property exposure, there are extra add-on items you can purchase if you want to. This is something we covered a couple weeks ago when we went through the shopping cart icon. When you do the sign writers, that helps with leads. I know each one of you always wants leads, and that's great. The sign writers is a great way to have leads. So if you're looking for an easy sign writers or a little 24x6 sign writer that goes on the bottom or on the top of your for sale sign, has the texting information on there, and it helps get that property website blasted out there. That text code is huge. That text code goes on the flyers, on the property sign writers, on the property business cards, as well as the, what am I missing? The YouTube video, and then there's one more, and I think I said, did I say flyers already? The flyers, so, and the Craigslist poster. So those are all really good things to have the texting available for, but sign writers are huge. I know the #1 question agents ask me is how they can get more leads. And my #1 question is, do you have a sign writer in front of the property? And they say, well, no, I haven't thought about that. The sign writers are a great way to get more property exposure because they can text and get instant information right away. So that's so very good to have that in front of the home because you can get leads and they get the information directly on their phone right away. So having the sign writers and these other different marketing materials, you can post to Realtor.com now. They do allow us to do free posting to Realtor.com, so that's huge. I know before you had to have a premium account, all this fancy stuff. You don't have to have that necessarily anymore. You just need to make sure that the MLS number matches in and all of that. So getting more property exposure with marketing materials, those are just extra add-ons. And last but not least, displaying your open house dates. Now, displaying the open house dates is huge. Through the tools section or going to the little percent meter, you can go there both ways. Through the tools section, you'll see the second option on the left side is the open house dates here. With the open house dates, you can click on the link and it gives you an option to add in all of your dates. So I'm going to put in an open house for Sunday. We're going to say we're going to do this one from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. So once we have this in here, then we'll go ahead and hit save. So when we hit save, oh, let's see. I don't know why that took me all the way back here. We're going to go back into the open house dates. I think I accidentally clicked on it. Let me do, sorry guys, I got to redo this. I accidentally clicked in the wrong section. Let me just pull these back up here. Okay, so now we're going to hit save. So it says open house dates have been saved. Now you should post your open house announcements to Facebook using the button provided. So you have this little button option here, so you can click on Facebook, and then it will have open house at 1 p.m. on Sunday, September 11th. So now you can post this on your Facebook page and give your open house announcement. You also get a really cool little announcement this way. You can view it and copy this link and post it too. But here's your open house announcement. It will have all of the open house dates and then the property location and then your information as the agent. So this is really, really awesome to have available for you. Put your open houses into agent marketing. It really helps get more exposure. It gives you another reason to post on your Facebook page, on your business page, post it anywhere you possibly can. Also, when open house dates have been added, let me go to the property website here. When the open house dates have been added, I need to make sure I have my little spokesperson turned on first. Let me go into my property options. Let's see. Open house spokesperson. Okay, so I have my open house spokesperson. When you go to the property website and you have an open house, you'll get a little guy that pops up and it says, did you know we're having an open house? Click here for more information. So then it has here, you can have the open house information, and it has that on this property website template specifically. There's also an open house tab that populates on here. So when you have this website and you have your open house dates, it shows it everywhere. So I really recommend putting your open house dates on the property website. And if you want this little timer on here, this is on layout 12 and 13, just to keep you in the loop with that. This little timer only populates on layout 12 and 13. So that is that. All right, so that's how a few suggestions and things you can do to get more property exposure. Did you have any questions for me about what we covered today? Questions in general, anything I can answer? Is there a character limit for the features bullets? Yes, I don't know what the amount is, but I know when you go to the edit pencil and you go to features and description, I know it only allows you to do so many characters. I just don't know off the top of my head what it is. So you kind of want to keep those little bullet points kind of short and sweet, and then just keep that, you know, keep them pretty short and sweet. If you can abbreviate, I would recommend it. Because there is a character limit, and it won't allow you to type once you get there. Again, I'm sorry, I don't know the exact character limit for that. How would you download the panoramic tour or the panoramic video? So what you can do to get that panoramic video onto your property website, you can go to the camera icon here. So we'll go ahead and click on the little camera icon, and then you'll see high def pano. So when you click on high def pano, there's an upload file button. So then you can choose to upload your pano, and then you can choose to have it do 360 or just go 180 and have it go back and forth left to right. So you have those options to upload your panos. There, I believe you can add as many in as you want to. You can caption and title them. Let's see. How do we get better quality pictures with iPhone 6 for at least 400 DPI? This is what is needed to use the banner. With iPhone photos, when you're pulling them over, make sure, or if you're emailing them to yourself or however you're doing it, I know when you send them via email, it gives you an option to choose the photo quality. Make sure you are choosing the highest quality possible. I think if you plug in your phone to your computer, you should be able to pull the photos and they should be high definition. When you go into your photo gallery, let me go back here. Photo gallery, it will tell you if the photos are high definition or not. So if you're seeing not HD, just make sure that you re-pull in photos that have the HD option. With the iPhone, they should be taking high quality photos, so just make sure when you're pulling them off your phone or when you're emailing them to yourself or however you get them over to you, make sure you are sending yourself those high definition images and not just doing the low quality option. Any other questions? Anything else I can answer for you about agent marketing or questions in general? One thing I wanted to just to mention, I really appreciate each one of you showing up each week. If you have any suggestions for me on things that you would like to learn about, if there's something that you're not getting out of agent training that I can help with, by all means, please let me know. I'd love to get your feedback and just make sure that I'm teaching you what you want to be taught. And if you have suggestions or if there's a feature that you want to learn about and you want it to be a topic, I'd love to hear from you. So please feel free to send me over an email. I can be reached, Erin, E-R-I-N, at agentmarketing.com. And to do that, you just send me an email with your suggestion, and then we can look into doing a training about that. There is an option, or somebody asked, is there a hands-on in-class training? We do have a success coach you can schedule time with. With our success coach, there is a calendar for that. Let me grab that link real quick for you, and I'll post it in the question box. Let's see, I have that under, sorry guys, I'm just trying to see where I have her link. Let me send this over to you right now. I'm going to put it in the chat box for you. With the Success Coach link, you can schedule time, and then you'll be able to get a 30-minute coaching with our Success Coach. So you'll just select this first option here. And if you are local, we are based out of Aliso Viejo, California. So if you're local, feel free to stop by the office too. We'd love to see you and meet you and stuff like that. So that is an option for you too. So feel free to schedule the 30-minute Success Coach with Kimberly. She would love to teach you about anything as well if you want more one-on-one training and you need help. Also, just keep in mind too, we have our support hotline number at the top of our website. So you can always give us a call, ask any questions, and then we also have our chat too. So feel free to let us know. Again, if you have any suggestions for me, please feel free to send me an email. I'd love to hear from you and see how I can help too. All right, everyone, it looks like that's it for questions. I really appreciate each one of you showing up today. Please feel free to let me know if I can help with anything. 949-328-5000 is our support line, so feel free to let us know. There was a question, is there a way to set generic settings? If you go to your property tab and then click on options, oops, sorry, I clicked on the wrong one. If you go to options, you'll see that there is a way here that you can do your generic settings. So you can choose to have your property automation done. This is an option for you. And then also, I believe, let me see under this options here. If you go to your setup options as well through your gear icon, you can choose to do the property website default, your theme, domain, music, spokesperson, and choose a layout. So you can get that under the gear icon under options, and then also under property and options too. So both option sections will give you an option to do the set generic settings. All right, thank you everyone for showing up today. I really appreciate it, and we will see you next week. Thanks again. Have a great day, everyone.